characteristics a good grease should have. A good grease should not wash out, should not melt out, and should not force out. Open your hand for me, sir. Senor Morales, right?
Sí.
Okay. Now, I'm going to give you a chance. Yo tengo una oferta. I'm going to do it in English if you don't mind.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. If you can wash any of that grease off, go into the water. If you can wash any of that grease off, now do it hard, really hard. I'll give you $100. Come on, man, harder. I'll give you $200. All right, I'll give you $500 if you can rub off any of that grease. $600 is the maximum I got. I don't have any more cash on me than that. All right, look, Mr. Morales. Now rub your hands together. The harder and stronger it gets, the more hectic like a muscle. The more you use it, the bigger and tougher it gets. Now this grease has hydroactivated polymers, so put underwater. The more water it comes in contact with, those polymers expand. Pick your hands up again, and the bigger and tougher it gets. Now rub your hands together again. But we haven't really figured out how to do that yet. I don't know how to get it off your hands exactly. What you might want to do is maybe get some rags and let's try to wipe it off, and we'll keep going and try to get it off.
Right. Let me go there.
Yeah, I'll wait for you here. Go get some rags. Yes, you can. All right. Now, I guess that's some cherry bomb, some really good soap. Let's see if the soap works.
Okay.
That's the next step. All right, go ahead. Wash your hands. See if it comes off. Wash it good now. Come on now. Scrape that crap. See if it comes off. Oh my goodness, not even your cherry bomb can get off my magic grease. Get you some water, activate it with some water, see if it comes off. So, why this is useful and important is in kingpins, universal joints, PTOs, even front wheel bearings. And I'll show you how it doesn't melt out. This grease lasts 6 to 7 times longer than the grease you're using now. Mm-hmm. And I believe you're using a very fancy mobile product, maybe the 222. Mm-hmm. And we'll test that compared to mine. And Mobil is a fine product, fine company, maybe the biggest oil company in the whole world. But they don't have what I have. They're very good. And really, up until you met me, that was the smartest choice you could have made. Mm-hmm. But Sillagram Magic Grease has got the goods. You get it off?
No.
Wash it a little bit. Okay, let's feel your hands. Oh my goodness. It's still sticky, right?
Yep.
So, even in a situation where the grease is pushed out, you haven't been able to grease it for whatever reason, you have a beautiful film of grease. Doesn't come off. Want to try a little more soap? Let's see if the cherry bomb is the cherry bomb, or if it's really not a bomb. Or maybe it is a bomb. Maybe it blew up. All right, that's not taking it off.
No.
All right, the only way to get this grease off your hands is either with non-chlorinated brake cleaner, because you don't want to get sick, kerosene, or metal parts cleaner. So go ahead and put some brake cleaner on it and wash the rest of it off, and that'll take it off. And then I want to show you something else. Okay. Well, this client who uses Mobil has a very fancy grease because he wants the best, called System 7 Red Extreme Grease. Extreme pressure formula. Well, let's see how extreme this red grease is. Oh my goodness, it looks very extreme. Now, as I said, it's very important that a good grease doesn't wash out. But you can tell with just a little bit of water, it's gone. It's gone. There's no tack, there's no nothing. And I've done as much pressurization and my hand is clean. That a good grease doesn't wash out, but it's also important that a good grease doesn't melt out. Go ahead and light it up. And let's see what happens to your grease. Oh my goodness. Go ahead. Come on now. Holy shit. It's kind of hot. Now you see how it starts to drip and melt at about 350 to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. So, it's a standard grease. Drip, 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 drip. So under heat and pressure and loads, it falls apart. Now, let's take a look at my magic grease. Front wheel bearings. High loads, high pressure equals high friction. Friction is heat. Go ahead, light it up. We'll put it in the hottest part of the flame, that blue flame, about 1200 degrees Fahrenheit. Come on now, just leave it right there. Front wheel bearings, high-speed bearings. This grease doesn't melt. At 1200 degrees Fahrenheit, she remains a solid. The important thing is it doesn't carbonize. This is a full synthetic. So what you'll see here is once it cools, because it is very hot, once it cools, it will go back to exactly the same tacky state that it was when I originally put it on there. Hold on. Just let it cool a little bit. I don't want you to get it burned. That is not carbon. If it carbonized, that becomes an abrasive. That creates problems. Okay. Touch it. Nice and easy. I don't want you to get burned. Touch it. Now, nice and easy. You see how it remains totally tacky? You see that?
Yeah.
Once it cools a little bit, it hasn't degraded. It hasn't changed. The molecular structure remains the same. So it is the finest quality grease your money can buy. It's biblical in nature. It resists flood, it doesn't wash out. It resists famine, doesn't get eaten out. And it resists fire. So it's biblical in nature. This grease has been blessed by Jesus Christ himself. Thank you for your help. I appreciate it.